Hello students, today I will discuss about the fundamental duties. The fundamental duties have been enshrined in our constitution. In our constitution clearly says about the fundamental duties. Fundamental duties are those things which a common citizen of our country is supposed to do that. As you know that absence of duties, it means that there will be lawlessness and violation of other rights will prevail in our country. With this thing, fundamental duties were incorporated in our constitution in 1976. Earlier there were 10 fundamental duties, but later on 86th constitutional amendment in 2002, one more fundamental duty was added. Now there are total 11 fundamental duties. First is, you can also find the same lines in the book. First is to abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. In simple words, you can say that whenever you do anything in our country, you have to follow the ideals, the institutions that have been formed as per the constitution. Everybody has to respect. At the same time, national flag and national anthem have also to be respected by all of our common people and all citizens of our country. Second is to cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle for freedom. In simple language, we can say that we should feel the feelings of our national leaders, those who have struggled for our country, and we got independence from Britishers. Third one is to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. In simple language, we can say that everything we can do for the sovereignty to making united our country and to make an integration of our country. Fourth one is to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. In simple language, you can simply understand that whenever there is any call made by our country to serve our country, to protect our country, without any hesitation, we will be ready to offer our services in this direction. Fifth one is to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and regional or sectional diversities to resource practices, demography derogatory to the dignity of women. In simple language, the fifth one is very common and very much popular. We should not do anything which is against the interest of our country. We should bring such feelings among the people so that brotherhood may be enhanced among our people. Sixth one is to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Whatever the culture, whatever the heritage our country is having at present, we should attempt to preserve them at any cost. Seventh one is to protect and improve the natural environment including forest, lakes, river, wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. It means that we should have love for living creatures and we should do something to improve, protect the environment where we are living. 8.1 is to develop the scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform. It means that we should take action from time to time to inculcate the habit of nationalism, the temper to do some scientific research. The spirit of inquiry should be nurtured among the youths, children of our country, and where there is any requirement of reformation, there should be. 9.1 is to safeguard public property and to abjure violence. It means that we should not indulge in any activities which may damage the public property. Public property is those property which are being used by everybody. 10th one, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individuals and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. In simple language, you can understand that we should not do any such activity which may hamper the growth, the development of our country. We should be in that league where there should be some development for our country. And the last one is to give opportunities for education to children on unadopted aged between 6 and 14 years. It means that government is bound to give free education for the children who are from the age 6 up to the age of 14 years. It means that the students who are studying in government schools have to pay either less or no fees for their education. For today, I conclude my video. This video is totally devoted to make you understand the fundamental duties that we have to take care of in our life. In the next video, we will cover another chapter of our constitution. I hope you can understand easily whatever I have told you just now in this video, and hope you will continue to give patronage to my videos, see videos, share videos, and if you have any comments about the statements, words, you can comment in my channel. And I also request you to subscribe my channel and make popularize among the students so that all the students can get proper knowledge about the fundamental duties. Thank you. Thanks for watching.